lesson day 3-2. Lesson 3, day 2. There we go, that sounds a little bit better. We'll be solving for unknown angles using equations like we've done for the past couple of videos. Our aim remains the same. How do we solve for unknown angles in word problems and in diagrams involving all learned angle relationships? As you write that down, I just want to go over a couple of our angle relationships again, make sure we know them. You can see right here in the first picture that that angle and this angle share a relationship. They are vertical, they are opposite, and they are equal. And also this angle is vertical to that angle right there. They are opposite, and yes, they are vertical. Notice that there is a point here. Make that a different color. There is a point, and these are all the angles around that point. As you can see, that forms a circle, and that gives us 360 degrees. Our next guy here, our angles on a straight line. And so we talk about a straight line, supplementary, that's 180 degrees. We know it's 180, well, here's half of a circle. Half of a circle, well, you have to take the 360, divide it by 2, that gives us 180. And if we made a full circle, we then again have that angle at a point, which would be 360 degrees. And last but not least, our complementary angles kind of have half of that semicircle. Again, our semicircle was right there. Well, there's our semicircle. And this kind of looks like half of the semicircle, so we have to take the 180 and half, we divide by 2, and that's where we get the 90 from. Okay, so just a little review on where we get these angle measures from. Alright, example 3. So we'll continue with our notes. Hopefully you have them in front of you. If not, I guess you're taking notes today. So it says we have to, as always, describe relevant angle relationships. We'll set up and solve equations for the value, to find the value of x. Let's first focus in on the two angles we were trying to find. That's angle BAC. There's that guy right there. Terrible trace, but it is traced. And angle BAH. Okay, so those are the two angles we're trying to find. No coincidence that the x's are actually in those two angles. Okay, so I'm going to erase all that. We don't need that there. Okay, so in order to find an angle, we have to compare it to one or more angles. Well, let's see. Do you see any vertical angles? Do you see any supplementary angles? Complementary? Angles at a point? Okay, well, if I don't see vertical, I see a 90-degree angle. That's this guy here. But he's not complementary because it's not split. So that's not complementary. And there's no vertical. So let's try a supplementary. Well, I see a straight line right here. And I do see some angles on that line. Okay. Well, we've got this chunk here. That's 90. We also have this chunk, and that's the 30. And then we have this guy right here. We don't know what that is, but we can find it out. So let's call this guy L. Okay, well, if we want to find out what L was, we would do 90 plus 30 plus L equals, well, there's that semicircle we talked about before on the straight line, supplementary, should be 180. We'll combine like terms with shapes. Should get 120 plus that L equals 180. subtract 120 from both sides to isolate the variable. We have L equals 60 degrees. Okay, well now we know that L is 60. Let's throw that in on our diagram. And let's see, does that help us with anything else in our diagram? Okay, well, we actually have a opposite angle. That guy right there would also be 60. So let's fill him in. Well, now that we know that, let's erase all this. Well, you would keep your work. I need some space here so I can find out the second part. Okay. Well, now I know this chunk here. I know that guy's 5x and this guy's 3x. So there's another supplementary angle. So we have 60 plus 5x plus 3x equals 180. Again, we would combine like terms. 3x, positive 3x, not positive 5x. We bring the 60 down because it doesn't combine with anything yet. 3x and 5x gives us 8x. Now an equal sign and our 180. We want to get what's furthest away from x first, so we would subtract 60 first. Leaves us with 8x equals 120. We would then divide both sides by 8. X would equal, or 120 divided by 8 is 15. What we're not done yet is we have to find the values of BAC and angle BAH. So we have to plug X back into our angle measures. Well, BAC is this guy here. So BAC is the same thing as 5x. Well, we know what x is now. 5 times 15. Whenever you substitute, make sure you put parentheses around it. Well, 5 times 15 is 75 degrees. And then lastly, we have BAH. That's going to be 3x. We'll plug in 15 for x. We'll multiply and we'll get 45 degrees. Whoop. I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to mean to do it right now. Move on to the next line. So if you need more time, hit pause. Okay. Example 4. Again, we have two lines meeting. We'll set up and solve an equation for the value of x. And we actually told you right here that it's already a vertical angle. So that's nice and easy, hopefully. Again, vertical angles are equal to each other, so we will begin with an equal sign. Just like we did when we wrote equations from words. Sometimes we did one sentence, one side, second sentence, the other side. We'll do the same thing here. One angle, one side, put 3x over here. The other angle, the other side. So we'll put x plus 30. Okay, now this is something we talked about earlier in the year. We don't like when we have variables on both sides, so we want to move the smaller one over to the bigger one. Now, how do we move this positive x to the left side over here? Well, it's a positive x, so in order to get rid of it, you have to make it a negative. Again, whenever you do one side, you have to do it to the other side. Well, this is easy enough. These guys cancel out. That leaves us with a positive 30. Just write that as 30. 3x minus x is 2x. And remember, if you are confused, there is a little 1. Not a little 1. There is a 1 in front of that x. And again, you should know where to go from here. Divide both sides by 2. That gives us x equals 15. Again, it's to find the measurement of one of these angles. Well, I mean, take your pick here, whichever one you do. I'll just pick this angle to plug it back into because it's going to be the same thing, right? So 3x, well, instead of writing x, we'll write 15. And that should be 45. We could always check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. Let's try it with this one now. X plus 30. Well, we'll do 15 plus 30. Hey, look at that. The angles are equal to each other. Okay. That concludes this lesson. I would like you to at least look back at this example here. I want to see if someone can try to solve this a different way than I did. Okay, so that's my challenge to some of you for tonight. See if you can come up with a new way to solve this problem. You can get yourself a little prize tomorrow. All right? Good luck.